Alright. Hello. It has been a while, but, you know, life stuff happened. So, I had to deal with that. So that's why it took so long, but we're back now. At least for now, we're back. And, yeah, let's just, I have made the decision, the executive decision, to not do everything in this game. I am not going to 100% it on the channel because that would take way too long. Because I think I said earlier in the playthrough that I was going to where is it? The memories. So I said previously that I was going to get at least one route in each of these things here. At least one. Just to see them all. But I decided that would take too long, so I'm not gonna do it. Don't get me wrong, I am going to do that, but it's gonna be on my own time. And I'm gonna just, get through it. Because this game is very interesting, and I do want to see all of the the possibilities here, but like in this one alone there are so many different possibilities and routes to take that I didn't even get to, and like it would just take too long to do everything. So I think at least 2 playthroughs of the game is good enough. So what ended up happening was I actually saw someone else play it. I looked up a different playthrough just to see, like, this is one of those games that, it's really good to see other people play it to get, like, their takes on what's going on and stuff like that. It kind of a nice, interesting thing to do, to see other people's to see what playthroughs they got and like what their takes on the story is and stuff. It's a cool idea. It's cool. It's interesting to know. So I saw one playthrough and they got to a point where I did not that I have not seen yet, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna save that for this time, for my last playthrough. I'm gonna stop watching here and I'm gonna try and get that for my final let's play here, my final part. So let's just get on with it.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
So
Don't
yeah,
believe a word she says.
Since this is the last time, I'm not even like...
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Skipping this part.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I could skip it, but since this is the last time, I figured it would be...
Ignore him.
Kind of a
he doesn't
nice...
know what he's talking about.
A nice, last hurrah before we're done with this playthrough. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I accidentally skipped it, but you've heard it so many times. I've heard it so many times. This time we are going to just enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Alright. Let me try and remember how to do the thing that I'm trying to do here. Let's see, what's your name?
Oh.
She pauses.
Yeah, she doesn't know. So is Princess your name? Yeah, she doesn't. She has no idea. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for down here for a reason. Okay. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates, but she doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I find it very interesting that she says the exact same thing if you brought the dagger too. You brought the knife. She says the same thing, but more in a more sinister way, you know, because she's already like threatened by you bringing the knife in the first place, and she's already like suspicious of you. But because I think that is the truth. I think she is like definitely telling the truth here. Like she doesn't know what's going on. And she's being honest. I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
It does, though. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to be to end the world. Hmm. Starting to think it's true. Something about you that doesn't feel right. I wanted to see you for myself. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank
There's some
you
new
for
dialogue.
believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Let's see. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear, "Is someone else here?"
Try
You try
the door.
but it's locked from the outside.
Explore. Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with sight. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
I knew it was
tearing through her
coming,
limb with the
but
determination of a trapped wolf.
it's still so freaky, dude. It's just... I knew it was coming this time, but it's still just a horrific image.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh. I don't have the option to save her this time. Probably because I already did it before, I guess. Well. Oops. Alright, well, I was trying to get a specific ending here, but I guess I can't do that. So, I guess we're slaying the
Without
princess.
hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground.
But I've already done this part.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
There's some other...
You bastard! Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity
Okay.
she used to tear at her arm.
So I think I've done all this, right?
Though your
Slay
nerves
the
are seizing
princess.
with pain, you know you've done your fair share.
Give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Beast. Okay, maybe I didn't get
You're
this
on
part.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've... If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I'm only skipping, like, the stuff that we've already heard, like, 1,000,000,000 times by this point, so... why I can't skip it is because I have not gotten this route yet, this route yet, I'm pretty sure. So, the hunted is here. I don't think I got that voice before. I might be wrong, because it's been so long since I played. But, I don't think I got that, I definitely didn't get this route before. So that's why I can't skip it, but some of this dialogue is repeating from when I've gotten it before.
We did our best with the information we were given, and yet you still died, didn't you? So, great, congratulations, you've been given... And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, if it's the latter, what do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end? All the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin. We could find a safe little hole somewhere instead. You have to go to the cabin. If you don't slay the princess, she's going to end the world, which you're always going to be a part of, even if you're cowering in a hole. There's no escaping your responsibility here.
Right? Let's talk about the
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Right? She killed me by ripping me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. You're afraid, aren't you? Just like us. Of course I'm afraid. Fear is an extremely normal thing to feel when the fate of the entire world is at stake. But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse. Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
People locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Which is a good point. Why is this falling onto me?
Look, I'm not
I
supposed
mean,
to
I know
say
the reason
this,
now, but
it's because you're special. You're the only... Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Special can mean all sorts of things. Don't let it make you careless. We need clear thoughts and pricked ears.
that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world...
Proceed to the cabin. Does just
A
turn around and
warning
leave?
before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, before we go any further, I just wanted to say the route that I was trying to get to, but you know, we already did it, so it didn't allow us to, is you can get to where if you save her and you go down the damsel route, you know, and basically I left with her that first time. We just left the cabin, but if you try and stay there, something else happens, and it leads to another chapter instead of ending the run again, because you know she leaves the cabin then, and that leads to the bigger one, the big goddess, like death, whatever. And then you start over. But in this one, you add another chapter, and it's called the epilogue. And so, a lot of people apparently really like that that route, but I have never seen it. Because I was watching, as I said before, I was watching someone else play it, and then when they got to that point, I was like, okay, I'll stop, because I wanted to play it on here, but didn't allow me to do that, so instead we're going this other route, which is fine. I just thought it was interesting to be like, alright, we're ending the playthrough on the chapter called the epilogue, so I just thought it would be cool, but whatever. This is fine too. Whatever's fine.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the
That's
wall.
because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on... There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. I wonder why. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone.
Alright. So I should probably take the blade, but I'm gonna see what happens. I think it's a little bit more interesting to just enter the basement without it.
Claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
Oh, the voice of the hunted may force us to take the knife, though. He might force us to take it.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the
Or
right
maybe
call.
not.
It'll still be here if we need it.
Alright, never mind.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Okay. So, what I'm thinking right now is Okay. My strategy here is to try to go about this as peacefully as I can. I don't think she's gonna be peaceful about it. I think she's gonna want me dead. Whatever is down there, whatever form she's taken, I'm pretty sure she wants me dead, so I'm going to try and hash this out peacefully, but I don't think it's gonna work.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
That's so creepy.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
You're about to attack me, aren't you? See right through you. We don't have to kill each other. You know that, right? Let me save. Oh yeah, see? Look at that. The last save was the damsel one, so I just did that. I don't remember what I did though during that playthrough. I have no idea. Maybe I think I betrayed her. That's right. I got to chapter 2 of the damsel, you know, and then I betrayed her then. And then she burned me alive. She became a ghoul and burned me alive. To death. I could say this, because it might, I don't know if it'll, work. Don't you hear that clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine.
Move.
Oh. Yeah, he's No, he's making it so we're not. Alright, move.
You lunge to the side, picking
Oh
a
my
direction
God.
on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an
Jesus
instant, she's
Christ.
pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Okay, we don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? If you could get out of here on your own, wouldn't you have already left?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I could get through this peacefully. I don't think, she'll allow that. What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Of course, that's what he wants us to believe. Because then that's gonna manifest into reality here. She's just a princess, don't overthink it. But it's too late for that now.
She's clearly not.
It's too late for that.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Okay, I really want to see what happens if you play dead. But something tells me that's not gonna work. It's not a good idea to do that. Although it might be interesting just to see.
We're playing dead. It's unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse
my
to the
God.
ground, feigning death. She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then silence, only broken by the sound of your beating heart.
Yeah, of course she doesn't.
That actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead?
Yep, I guess we're just here for the rest of eternity.
She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move!
Yep.
Now!
I knew it.
But it's too
Oh,
late for you to move.
God.
Her jaw unhinges, and she swallows you whole.
Oh, no.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Oh, no. Are you serious? Oh, my God. Okay, first of all, we've had... Let's see here. Let's go all the way back. We've had... like... the simp ending where she literally becomes a goddess that you have to serve. We've had the furry ending where she becomes like a this is, you know, this is more beast-like. Before it was just like she becomes animalistic. You know, the furry ending. And now, out of nowhere, we're getting vore. This is the worst day of my
You're in a
life.
dark and caustic
Oh
place.
my
A
god.
thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
This is disgusting.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
What? Who said that? Was it the narrator?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess
doesn't make any
begins to
sense.
move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Oh god. Maybe, you know, it wasn't the narrator itself. Maybe it was just something going on with her. I don't know.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Because that sounds like the narrator. That's how the narrator feels about her. Like, that's why he wants us to slay her in the first place.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
That's what I suggested the first time. You didn't have to do this.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Hmm. Hmm. It's so gross. This whole thing is so gross. Ugh, alright. Can you talk to the
I
cabin?
understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Your body is violently jostled,
Oh god.
the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
Okay, so we're on a time limit here.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Um... I am curious. It doesn't matter. That's why I saved it. I want to make some choices here, so then I could just go back and get all the dialogue that I want. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
Yeah, okay.
The pulling hook turns to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Okay. You can leave, just let me go.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step. And
Okay.
then another. And then...
Alright, well, there you go. I literally allowed it so that she can leave.
It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You can feel a churning in the forms around you, and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected into a place. Oh god. Did she... Did she shit us out? Is that just what happened there? Is that what happened?
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
It could have been her throat. Never mind. Okay, never mind. That's a little better. That's... Okay. Whew. I got scared there for a second. But no, I think she threw us up. So we went through her throat. Alright. That's a lot better than the alternative. I guess.
This place is cold.
Well, that was a disaster. I didn't like any of that. But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course. Hang on. Maybe turn the sound down? Just a little. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
But
scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. Going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Alright. We are nearing the end here. I just save it again. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Okay. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So, okay. It's an echo of the person that made me. I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one that can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. So, what I think maybe that's going on here is that he is like a part of my character. He's one of the voices, but like the main one. You know. I don't know. I might be just I don't know what's going on anymore. It's hard to wrap my head around it. I'm trying to figure it out here, okay? I'm trying. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? Oh yeah, that's what he meant by others. Because there are other narrators in different realities and stuff.
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Wow. Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Because it is weird that all of the other voices are still, like, his voice. Like, all of the voices, the voice of the hero, the voice of the hunted, the cold, or whatever, the smitten, like, all of them are his voice. They're just, you know, with different inflections and stuff.
From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
So you know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it. Oh, whoops. You denied it. As even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible.
My god, I did it again. Maybe they were just in denial.
I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your
Oh my god, I did it again. Oh no. Keep accidentally clicking the right on the right mouse. You know, the right one, the right clicker. I don't know why I'm forgetting like the specific name for it. I don't know why. The right side of the mouse. The princess contains death itself within her. But I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her and rid the world of death and suffering. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Okay. Let me, I'm gonna load the save. Just to get different answers, or, you know, ask different questions and stuff. You're the narrator. I was wondering if I got to see you. Do something like
I'm nothing like.
Okay, are you a part of me? Let's see, I have met you so many times. Have you been the same all along? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Interesting. So yeah, that is basically what she is. The capacity to change. She is transformation. Her nature is, you know, why I had to die. Let's see. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone? I think I did that one before. I think he says yes. But it's like, well, it's a good sacrifice, you know? At least you'll be saving everyone. Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation? Yeah, I'll do that one.
Because among other things, she is death itself.
I guess I got
To
this
rid
one
the
right.
world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you.
Yeah, I
I'm
already
all
got that
gone.
one. I already did that one.
But if you and the princess want to smite the rest...
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
You're delusional. See where
I'm
that
only
goes.
delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Um... Let's see here. God, there's so many. There's so many. All the things. Why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy
Are
bread?
you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why... Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
I think I've done this one before. I lied to him, and he knows that I'm lying, so it doesn't matter. It's like I know that you're lying. Like, you literally can't lie to me. Think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Alright, let's go one more time. Just one more time. just one more time here. So, let's see. I have so many questions for
Then
you.
ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Does it hurt? Piece of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking
We've
questions?
already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
If you're not me, then what are you? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay. Said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the
Do you have anything to say for yourself? Or after everything you've done? Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course there won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
There's so many. Why couldn't you have told me all of this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. I don't know if I want to say that, but let's go. Let's go for it. Why not? Well, let's do this one first. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Interesting. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Let's see what happens if he says this. Hang on, wait. There's another one. I don't work the way a living being does? Not anymore. Am I not a living
You
being?
never were. You are the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
Okay. Want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that existence any better than death? Or even different from it?
When I broke
Honestly,
the
it feels
cycle,
worse.
I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now.
Okay. If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. Okay. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. Oh, whoops. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on. Wait a second. You are you. I accidentally skipped it. Jesus. Alright. He said, you are you. That if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will. If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been
The
torture.
inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
I honestly have not thought about what I want to do this, this upcoming, final battle here with the princess. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I have no idea if I'm gonna slay her or if I'm not. But I'll say I'm gonna slay. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet. A vast and nascent... My god, I already... Yeah, it's nascent, right? I'm pretty sure. God. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Okay. So for now, we are actually going to stop here. So I went over an hour now. So we're gonna stop here, and the next part is going to be the finale, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Because I have no idea what my strategy here is gonna be. So anyway, let's save here, and yeah. Goodbye for now.